Alright, so I haven't even gotten a chance to talk about our vacation. So, if you guys are still here, I guess I'll tell you after the stream's been going on for like 46 minutes. I'll go ahead and I guess I'll tell you guys the nightmare of vacation that we had. I don't even know where to start. Like everything went bad. I don't even know where to start. Alright, so okay, so me and Janelle, because I'm gonna start from the very beginning. So me and Janelle, like, there's this music video that plays. It's I think it's Duke Dumont or something like that, and it's called I Got You. And this guy puts on a virtual reality helmet, and it takes him to like all these tropical places, and he's jet skiing, and he's like on a boat, and he's like riding an elephant, and eating all these exotic foods, and he's just at these beautiful like tropical locations, and it makes me fucking sad because I was like, I'll never get to see that shit, you know, because I'm like I'm so poor, like I'll never be able to afford these extravagant vacations to exotic places, you know, and it makes me really sad. Like I love the song and I love the video, but it makes me sad that the reality that I'll never get to enjoy those things. And Janelle's like, well, we can go to South Padre. It's only like 3 hours south from here. I've been there before, and the water's really blue. It's really pretty, and we can go over there, and we'll go there for like a day or something. And I was like, maybe. And we saw like the hotel prices, and it was like, and the hotel's like $300. So I was like, well, that shit's never gonna happen. But then she found a day where the rooms were instead of being $300, it's $90. So I was like, oh shit, we can afford that. $90 for you and me to like stay there for just a day. We'll drive down there early one day, stay the night, and then stay another day, and then we'll come back. And we could totally afford that. It's only 3 hours from here, you know. And Janelle's like, yeah, it'll be a birthday present for me because it was around her birthday. So I was like, all right. So we reserved the room and everything, and it's like this really awesome hotel. They have like a swim-up bar. They have a heated pool, like a regular pool with like a little waterfall, and then they have like a hot tub, and then you can just like walk to the beach. It's like right there, a little boardwalk, and they have like volleyball nets set up, and it's really nice. So we go and reserve the room, and it's and then so I actually managed to fix my sleep schedule. We wake up super early, like 7 or something. And because the email said, the email that Janelle got, like the confirmation email says, check in by 12, which doesn't sound right. Usually you check in anywhere after 12, and then you can get your room, right? But it said by 12, and I was like, I'm sure if we show up after 12, it'll be fine. So we leave like at 9 or something, and then after we left, like, I was like, oh, you know what? We should probably get gas. And then but we had kind of already gone on this little farm road. We had just started, but the directions took us off to this farm road. And there's like this long road, stretch of nothing. Not a freeway, just like farm road. And there's like no gas stations or anything. And I'm all like on a quarter tank. And I'm like, we really need to get gas. So then she's like, we should probably, the closest gas station's like a detour that's 11 miles this way. So I was like, shit. So I was like, well, fuck it, we need gas. So I take this little detour, and it takes me way off course, all the way over here just to get some gas, and we fill up, and it wastes like 40 minutes. Then we like turn around, and we're back on course, and we're on our way to the hotel, and it's just raining like crazy. Like the freeway is just... It's just pouring rain. Like I have to slow down to like a crawl driving just to make sure I can see what's coming my way. And it's pretty evident that the weather's going to be very poor. So we're driving through all this shitty weather, and it sucks. And then we actually get to the hotel, and it's mostly cloudy. It's still gray, but at least it's not raining. So we get to the hotel at like 12:20, something like that, and we go in to check in. And we're like, yeah, we had a room reserved, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, yeah, your room's not ready yet. It'll be ready at 3. We check in people into their rooms at 3. And I was like, what the hell? I was like, but... oh, shit. Ghost HD! Thank you so much for the resub, my friend. Get some love in the chat for Ghosty HD for that 2-month sub. The return of the Mac. How are you, Ghosty? Thanks so much for coming back and resubscribing, dude. It means a lot to me. Thank you, dude. Some love in the chat for that resub hype, please. How you doing, man? Alright, so we go into the hotel, and we're like, yeah, we're here, we had a room, blah, blah, and they're like, yeah, we check people in at 3 at this hotel. And I'm like, what the hell? The email said you just be here by 12, you know, which I figured was wrong. It's something around 12, and she's like, no, your room's not ready yet. I'm like, what the fuck? Then what are we supposed to do for like 3 hours? So they were like, what the shit? And I was like, damn it. So we just go in the car and we sit there for like an hour in the car because we don't have anywhere to put our stuff. And then Janelle's like, well, I'm hungry. Maybe we can go look at a gift shop or get some food or something. So I was like, okay. So we drive off and we find this store called Jaws. And we go inside and we're greeted by this woman who's just fucking blazed out of her mind. Like, she's fucking high as shit. Like, her eyes are all just red and pink, and she's just like, we go in and I saw a shirt that I thought my friends would really like, and I texted him, huh? Oh, I think the shirt's out there. Let me show you guys this shirt that I bought. I bought all the larges that they had because a lot of my friends wanted the shirt, but they only had 2 of them. It's actually outside. Can you get it? Bob? Yeah. Hang on, let me show you this.
Good evening,
Smoke weed every day. I didn't even put them out there. You did. Thought you did. Alright, check this out. I don't know why this is a beach shirt, because it kind of just makes me think it's like an FGC, like a fighting game shirt. Check it out. It says, don't be a salty bitch. Don't be a salty... Look at her spill all that salt. I saw that shirt, and I was like, dude, because like a lot of my friends here love fighting games. So when I saw that shirt, I took a picture and I was like, dude, who wants a souvenir? And they were like, dude, I want one. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna see how many of they have. And I grabbed the 2 that were large. The rest of them were like smalls. So I grabbed 2 of them, and I asked this lady, who's fucking high as shit, by the way, again. And I'm like, hey, is there a sale on your shirts? Like, if I'm buying 2 shirts, can I get like another one for free or something like that? And like, she seriously took like 5 seconds to react to my question. She's like, yeah, they're yeah, it's 2. If you buy 2, you get one of those print. You get a print for free. And she points to this back wall, and there's all these like decals that they put on a shirt for you. And I was like, oh, okay. So I buy 2 shirts, and I get one of those shirts for free. And she's like, yeah, you buy 2 shirts, I'll give you a print for free. And I'm like, okay. I clarified like 3 times. Like, I asked her like seriously like 3 times, right? And I was like, all right. So I buy 2 shirts, and I get one of those shirts up there for free. Yeah, I get one of those prints for free. And I go, okay. And then I'm like, well, Janelle, do you want to go ahead and pick out a shirt? And she picks out this pink shirt, and it has like the Jaws logo on it. And I'm like, all right, we'll take that one. And they print it on a pink shirt for Janelle, and they like put the little thing on there, and like they, whatever, they put the decal on the shirt, and they you steam it or whatever, and put it on there. And then we go up to the register, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take buying these 2, and that one I believe is free. And she's like, all right, let me check. And then she asked that lady that was like fucking stoned. She's like, hey, blah blah blah, and she's like, yeah, there's like they buy the 2 shirt, and then they just pay for the and the print is free. and they just pay for the shirt or something like that. And then she comes up, she's like, yeah, you just pay for the 2 and then you pay for the shirt. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, you buy those 2 shirts, and then for this one you just pay for the shirt. Like, because you pick out a plain t-shirt and then they print the decal on the shirt, so we just pay for the shirt that it was printed on. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's not what she fucking said. I mean, she kind of did in a roundabout way, but she was agreeing with me saying, buy these 2, get that one for free. But after they go through the process of putting the decal on the shirt and putting you on the spot and then putting me at the register with the shirt, then they were like, oh no, you just pay for the... I'm like, okay, well, how much is the shirt? It's a plain shirt, just a plain shirt with no graphic on it whatsoever, right? And I'm like, okay, well, it can't be what, $5? And she's like, yeah, it's $10. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's $10 for a plain shirt. I was like, that's a fucking, like, that's manipulative. That's fucked up. Like, I literally asked you like 3 times, hey, that shit's free? I'm buying these 2, right? Like, I'm not hustling her. I'm just wanting to know if there's a special I don't want to miss out on, you know? And then she puts me on the register, and like, Janelle already put together the shirt. It's pink. I think she looked cute in it. She put me on the fucking, so I was like, whatever, fuck it. I'll pay the $10 for this plain shirt. Because the print for the shirt is free. Do you know how much the print costs? $2.99. Thanks for the $2.99 you saved me, you stupid stoner bitch. Just lied to my face. I was just like, son of a bitch. So then I'm like, I'm mad again. Like, every time I'm trying to get over, like, how bad things are, like, some shit like that happens again. So then I'm like, what the fuck, whatever. I buy the shirts for my friends. I get the shirt for Janelle. And then we go to get, like, Whataburger or something. We're driving around. We come back to the hotel, right? And it's actually, and while we're out and about, it's actually for a brief hour, maybe? Like, maybe about an hour. It's actually sunny. And, like, the sun actually comes out for a bit and it's a little warm. We're like, oh, maybe it'll get better. But by the time we get back to the hotel, go in, check in, and then go to our hotel, dump our stuff off, it's fucking raining again. So, because we weren't allowed to actually check in at 12, we missed, like, whatever little sun that we may have had for a brief moment. And then by the time we check in, we're on the beach, literally with towels, while it's raining on us. And, like, we're sitting in the pool, and it's just gray and raining, and it fucking sucks. You know, because you spend all that money, you drive out there, you spend all the gas, and you're trying to, like, have a good, positive change of scenery, and it's just sitting in just rain and just sadness. Like, Janelle said she wanted to draw me. Said she wanted to draw me sitting in a pool with it raining on me, and me just being like I just had this really grumpy face, and I had such a bad attitude. I was trying to be optimistic and positive. I really was. And Janelle was trying to just be like, hey, you know, it's not that bad. It's not raining as hard anymore. And I'm like, what the hell? It still sucks, you know? It's like, it's not as shitty. I'm like, the only way it could be any more shitty is if, like, a tornado formed out there in the ocean or a hurricane hit. That's the only thing that would make this shit any worse. And then, which I was wrong. So then, like, we're trying to have a good time and we can't. So then we go upstairs back to our hotel room and like take a nap. And there was supposed to be supposedly fireworks. I doubt it, right? But apparently there wasn't even any fireworks. We were gonna walk along the beach, but then our plan was, hey, let's go get some liquor and we'll chill in our hotel room and sit on our little balcony of our hotel room and have some drinks and just look at the lighting from the pool and just chill in the balcony and talk and just have an evening together, right? So I drive out to go get some alcohol and the liquor store is closed. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And then we realize it's fucking Sunday. All liquor stores are closed on Sunday. Like here in Texas, right? Isn't that everywhere in Texas? Yeah, liquor stores on Sunday are like all fucking closed. So no alcohol. And I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like maybe a corner store sells beer or something. So we're driving around and we finally find like a corner store that sells, that has not liquor, but they have like beer and like fruity drinks and like little alcoholic beverages. and snacks, but they were all like way overpriced. So then I ended up spending like $30 on some fucking chips and some Mike's Hard Lemonade and what was the stuff you got? Jamaican Me Happy. And I spent like $30 on some junk food. And it's really shitty. And then, so we gather up all of our overpriced shit, go back to the hotel. It gets better. Get back to the hotel, and we're sitting on the balcony, and we're like listening to like music and having like some drinks and eating some chips and just trying to be positive while it's really shitty. And then after I had 2 drinks and she had 1 drink, and we go back inside, and when I try to pick up the Mike's Hard Lemonade in the little cardboard square, and I pick it up, and the fucking bottom gives out for the mic, I guess from condensation or whatever. The bottom just opens, and all the bottles hit the ground, and just shattered glass and Mike's Hard Lemonade alcohol all over the floor. And I didn't even move. I just like put my head up on the wall. I was like, fucking damn it. Like, I was like, how does this get any worse? Like, my socks just soaked up Mike's Hard Lemonade. I just didn't give a shit. I was just like, fuck. And there's glass all over the floor. We're picking up glass. And then, you know, so there's only like 2 Mike's Hard Lemonade left because all the other ones broke. And then she had like 1 or 2 Jamaican Me Happies. We put those in the fridge. And then I think we just like went to sleep. I was so upset like at how the vacation had gone that I wanted to like drive home like in the middle of the night and just say fuck it. Oh shit. Mr. Alkany, thank you so much for the host, my friend. How are you, my dude? I'm gonna be adding you on PS4 tonight, man. Congratulations on finally getting a PS4. I'm really glad. Now we can play some video games together. So I was like ready to just call it. I'm like, dude, fuck this. Like, you know, holy shit, you know, fuck me for trying to go on a vacation. Like, I never get to do that shit ever. I'm always just at home doing the same shit, and I actually tried to go out and have a good time when I could finally afford it. But it's a good thing I didn't, because apparently back here in Corpus, it flooded like crazy. Like, the whole city got jacked up, and it was like flooding like really bad. People weren't able to go to school or work, and cars were drowning. There's people kayaking in the streets. So it's a good thing I didn't try to do that. I just went to sleep. You know, I was grumpy, she was grumpy, and we wake up today, like around 9, and it's just beautiful. Like, the sun is just coming down, there's a nice cool breeze, there's no clouds in the sky, it's amazing. And I'm just kind of like, what the fuck? Why was it not like this yesterday? Because now we don't have the time, because we have to check out of our hotel at noon. So, like, we only have a hotel room for like maybe 2 hours, so like we didn't have a place to keep our stuff. So how are we supposed to do this? You know, like we want to enjoy this weather. That's why we came here, and we just said fuck it. And I was like, we're gonna put all of our stuff in our car, in my car. Just have the windows rolled down a little bit. Just throw some stuff in there. I'll bring my keys. Like, just the bare minimum of keys in my pocket, so I don't have to worry about them getting wet, and we're fucking just gonna enjoy ourselves. So we go and take all of our shit, we check out of the hotel, and we take all of our stuff and just load it in the car. How was your makeup, by the way? You said it was gonna melt. You're scared to check. She has like expensive makeup, and it might have melted in the car, we're not sure. So we just loaded that shit in the car, and then just went along the beach, and actually enjoyed our vacation for like a good 3-4 hours before we needed to head back. And that's why I'm, you know, I actually got some sun. I'm actually like burnt. I'm like red. And Janelle got fried. Her shoulders are just destroyed. She looks like a lobster. She's a lobster. Rock lobster. So then we got to enjoy the hot tub and the weather, and what else did we do? Got to swim around, listen to some music. Yeah, we walked along the beach, saw some birds. Yeah, we didn't get to do as much as we wanted to because, you know, we didn't have the full day. We didn't have a place to sleep. Also, we had to be. I didn't want to roll around in the sand too much. Like I wanted to play in the ocean, but if I did, I was gonna get sand everywhere, and we don't have a room to shower. So, yeah, we didn't have any towels. We didn't have anything. So we just swam around in the hot tub and walked along the beach and just enjoyed the sun. And then kind of got in our car and like after rinsing off with whatever hose they had lying around and then just changed clothes, got a burger at some place and then drove back home, and now I'm streaming. So I'm just really grateful. At least we got that 3 hours or 4 hours of fun, right? Yeah, it's I'd like to go back, but I can't afford it unless they have another like crazy thing where it's like $90, but it's almost like they can predict the weather. They're like, yeah, we know it's gonna be shitty, right? So yeah, that was pretty much the vacation. It was a complete fucking disaster, but I'm really grateful. At least we got the 3-4 hours before I had to come back. Right, Janelle? Well, man, pretty much sums it up.